Hi friends. Today we will going to study the first chapter that is on solar radiation. Solar radiation is basically the very important part of solar power plant, in which solar panels, which is which is a conversion component in a solar power plant, which convert solar radiation into electrical energy. Okay, so to know about solar radiation is very important because this is the first initiation step to know about solar power plant. Okay, let's see the contents of chapter 1. So the first topic will be, of course, the solar radiation. We will going to know about the solar radiation with a layman point of view, and then slowly we will be going in a deeper level, that is advanced level also, so you will get a total idea of the solar radiation concept. And then we will also talk about the peaks and hours. Peaks and hours, basically we will going to talk on how much average peaks and hours that we will be getting in India, and also we will going to compare this thing with neighboring countries. Now when we were talking about the solar radiation, then we will also see some solar radiation data of India, and we will compare with this data with other solar potential countries like Australia, America, and nearby neighboring countries. So in this way you will get a very effective idea on solar radiation and its values in our country and in other countries also. Third topic will be on the sun part diagram. So sun part diagram is basically a diagram by the help of which you will be finding the exact position of the sun at any point of time in a year. Okay, so this type of diagram is very much helpful while designing of a solar power plant. Okay, so this knowledge should be it should be known by basically solar designer to design a effective system. Basically this concept is more precisely used in the installation of solar panels, okay, while designing the solar power plant. So we will be going to see this thing in detail. Fourth, defining the position of sun, then the solar altitude, geometrical effect are the topics which are concerned with and connected with sun part diagram only. We are going to see in detail. The second last topic will be on the tilting of solar panels. This is basically knowing at how much tilt your solar panels should be installed or mounted either on ground or on rooftop of a building to get the maximum solar radiation. Okay, so this tilt angle should be good to get the maximum solar radiation, so that all the solar radiation will be converted by the solar panels and it will produce the maximum electrical power or energy in a effective manner. Okay, now the last topic we will going to see is the difference between magnetic north and true north. Basically this is a concept which is more deeply used in navigational in navigational areas like navigation in shipping, or whenever you are navigating somewhere. So this is very important to know, but in solar this is not affecting too much, but we will give you a basic idea about this topic, because this is a general knowledge of the direction, about the directions. Okay, so this will help you in your future. So let's start talking about solar radiation. Now at the initial stage only I will tell you what are the other names of solar radiation. Okay, solar radiation can also be called as solar irradiation. Okay, as you can able to see, And also solar irradiation or solar radiation, the one other name is solar energy. Okay, so three of these are same: solar radiation or solar irradiation and solar energy. Now apart from this, there is one more concept of solar power. Okay, so actually there is a slight difference between these two concepts, that is solar radiation and solar power. Okay, so I will going to tell you the difference. Now first we will talk about the solar irradiation or solar radiation or solar energy. Now, in a layman point of view, the definition is whatever maximum solar rays which you are getting from the sun to on the surface of earth is called as solar radiation. Okay, now here in this definition the very important point is the point of the surface of earth. Okay, because you know that solar panels in a solar power plant are installed either on ground if it is a ground mounted solar power plant, or it is mounted on a building. Okay, if it is a rooftop solar power plant. Okay, so rooftop solar power plant you might have seen somewhere. In this on a building, a solar panel are installed and complete solar power plant is installed basically, and that building is utilizing solar power for running that appliances. Okay, now so coming back to the definition, uh, whatever total amount of sun rays that we are getting from the sun on the surface of earth is called as solar radiation. And when we when we want to install a solar power plant, so we need to know the potential, the solar potential of that area. So what do you mean by solar potential? That is how much solar radiation you are getting on that area. Okay, so so before installation of the any solar power plant, a site survey is conducted by the engineers. So engineers take various data, various parameters that we will also going to see in our further chapters. So one of the parameters is to know about the solar potential, that is how much solar radiations that area is having. Okay, so measurement of solar radiation is very important. And so we will be talking about the how to measure solar radiation, what are the instruments that are used for measuring the solar radiation, and what is the measurement unit, okay, of solar radiation. Now solar radiation is measured basically by the help of solar radiation sensor. So one of the solar radiation sensor, the name of that sensor is pyranometer. So pyranometer is basically equipment and is a type of a solar radiation sensor which you can use to measure solar radiation. And you can fix up this instrument anywhere on a particular location and on the earth or on a particular roof, and it will measure the solar radiation and it will display the result on a screen. Okay, now before that we have to understand what is the measurement unit for solar radiation. Okay, so as you can able to see here, the measurement unit is watt per meter square per day or watt hour per meter square per day. Okay, so I will be coming on both of the units. Both, there's a difference between both of the units. In one unit there is watt, in one unit there is watt hour. Okay, so very important to know the difference. Now, so as I told you earlier that there are two parameters. One is solar radiation, that is also called as solar irradiation or solar energy, and another concept is of solar power. Okay, now I will first talk about solar power. Okay, so whenever you are talking about solar power and the measurement of solar power, so that is only measured in watt per meter square per day. Okay, so why what is the basic unit of power, measurement unit of power? Okay, so whether it is solar power, electrical power, wind power, tidal power, so when there is what the basic unit for this measurement, so when there is any kind of power, then the basic unit of measurement is watt. Okay, so here also we are talking about solar power, so we can use the unit watt. Now per meter square per day means we will be measuring solar power on 1 meter square area of solar panel, and we'll be measuring in us on a single day. Okay, so on a single day, right from sunrise to sunset, whatever solar power that is available on 1 meter square area of solar panel, your pyranometer will display. Okay, now what do you mean by 1 meter square? So that is basically, we can understand this thing by a very simple example. Let's suppose you have installed a solar power plant on 100 square meter area, and somebody is asking you to measure solar power, the total solar power on the surface of the solar panels, okay, which are installed on an area of 100 meters square. Now how do you will be fixing up your pyranometer, that is a solar radiation sensor, on a particular on any part of inside the area of the 100 meter square where your solar panel is installed, and your pyranometer will measure the solar power on 1 meter square area per day. Okay, so whatever value you will getting on 1 meter square, then you can multiply this value into 100, because your solar panel are installed on an area of 100 meter square. So when you multiply this, so you will be getting 1000 watt per meter square per day. So how 1000 watts? So let's suppose I have just assumed the value. So let's assume some values right now. So let's suppose your parameter is showing 10 watt of solar power on 1 meter square area per day. Okay, so on 1 meter square 10 watt, so how much it will be for 100 meter square? It is 1000 watt. So like this you can able to calculate the solar power which is coming on the surface of solar panel. Okay, now let's talk about solar energy. Okay, so solar energy is also called as solar radiation, and or solar irradiation, or so three of these names are same. Okay, now the measuring unit for solar energy is watt hour per meter square per day. Okay, so per meter square per day is the same concept as is in the solar power, but we have to understand watt hour. Okay, now watt hour means that energy, whenever you are talking about energy and measurement of energy, so energy will be always measured in watt hour. So hour, there is a time factor connected with power. Okay, so watt is connected with power. Okay, but when you connect a time factor like hour with unit of power, then it becomes energy. Okay, so we can understand this thing by a very simple example. So in our residence we get electrical power from the electrical department, that is from the grid. Okay, so you consume electrical power on a for a particular interval of time, let's say for a month. Okay, so and you will get the bills on a monthly basis. Okay, so whatever electrical power that you have consumed in a month, that is on a month time interval, it is recorded in your meters, electrical meters. Okay, so you can able to see also on electrical meter, you can see your electrical energy consumption in kWh, that is kilowatt hour. Okay, so likewise the basic unit for measurement of energy is watt hour. So what is energy? Energy means nothing, whatever power you have consumed on a particular time interval, that is measured in, that is called as energy. Okay, and basic measurement unit is watt hour per meter square per day. So now let's take an example of solar panels. So again the same case, if you are you have installed a solar panels on 100 meter square area, and somebody is asking you to measure the solar energy on 100 meter square area of solar panels. So you are fixing a pyranometer, so pyranometer can also able to measure energy. Okay, so it will show you energy on 1 meter square area per day. Okay, and you have to multiply this thing, whatever value you are getting, into 100 or whatever total area. Okay, so you will get the total area. So you will get total energy generated by solar panels which are installed on a 100 meter square area. Okay, so like this you can do the calculation. So very important thing to understand the measurement unit for energy, solar energy and solar power. Okay,